Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My fellow soldiers and I are here today to render final military honor to our foreign country. Today's honor will consist playing of taps, voting, and the presentation of the flag. We ask those who are facing able to remain standing while taps is playing. Any current and former service member may render proper answer. At the conclusion of the taps, please remain standing for the presentation of the flag. We will now have military honor.
crucifix, and may the Holy Spirit be here with you at this time.
You see my blood right there? Oh yeah? The second person. Is that Henry and Gina over there under the tree straight ahead? Looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, way back there. Right?
Okay, I'm going to try my best to make it through this. We may have to switch, we may have to get some backup, so I apologize here. First, thank you all for coming out here. I appreciate you, and this is not a normal time, so we appreciate that. Some of you may know, our dad didn't care for long, drawn-out eulogies, and especially not those having multiple speakers. It's probably one of his pet peeves here. So we're going to try to keep it short, and we're going to be the only ones talking here. We are proud to have had the honor to be his two sons, and would like to share a little bit of his life along with some traits that made him the person we all know and loved. Demetrio Villa, or Buster, as he was known to most people, was born on August 30th, 1935, and spent almost 85 years on this earth. Soon after moving to the Stockton area, at a young age, he lost his father. At the age of 9 years old, he and his sister were orphans, so he was forced to learn how to take care of himself since that early age. After high school, he went on to college at San Jose State and was drafted into the Army a few years later. While stationed in Europe, he was able to take advantage of that assignment and visit various countries and sites. After his tour ended, he worked a few jobs back here before starting his government job at the Defense Depot, Tracy and Sharp Army Depot. His career spanned 31 years. In that time, he rarely called in sick, worked tirelessly to help others and improve operations over there. When our dad took on a task, it was a guarantee that he would go all out and be 100% dedicated in its succeeding. His work ethic was second to none. Regardless of his accolades in the workplace, we wanted to remember him for how we knew him. A loving, supportive father, and a caring, wonderful grandfather. We will never forget how our father made it a point to make sure he attended every soccer or football game we played, every event we participated, and supported us in every endeavor we attempted in our lives. It didn't matter that it meant for him missing years of college football Saturdays or coming home a couple of hours late because he was at our games. He did it with no hesitation. We took numerous vacations and experienced many baseball and football games, and that's definitely something both of us have continued with our own families. And even for the last few years, it's been a yearly summer event with the girls and Grandpa to see an A's or a Giants game. When I had the plan to propose to my wife at midnight on New Year's Eve, he didn't hesitate to join me when I asked him to be there along my side. He demonstrated exactly what a father should be, and he showed us how it was done. It was remarkable considering he only knew his own father for a short time. We always talked about the irony that he had only sons, but when it was time for us to all have children, it was 4 granddaughters that we gave to him. He always wanted a girl, and nature gave him 4. He loved those 4 girls so much. It was a must that he traveled to San Jose or to Las Vegas the moment each was born. When there was an event, competition, play, recital, or birthday, he would travel to be there for them. I can't count the number of times in my phone conversations with him, they always ended with him asking, "When those girls have anything going on, make sure you tell me so I can be there." For somebody that didn't have much support growing up, at a time when he probably needed it the most, our father knew how to give support. For somebody that didn't have parental examples, he sure knew how to be a parent and a grandparent. So clearly, one word I would use to describe my father is supportive. He and my mother gave us every opportunity to succeed, and at the same time, he also gave us the tools and ability to become independent. And that's pretty much the other word I would use to summarize my dad: independence. Our father learned how to successfully make a life in this world, even after having this tough start. But that trait was present early on and was still with him until his final breath. Although losing his wife, our mom, was a difficult event, afterwards, I remember thinking, I'm not worried at all about my dad. He knows how to cook, he knows how to maintain a house, he knows how to do everything. He'll be just fine. Soon after, he took a 4-month-long trip to Europe. Yes, I was worried about him most of those days as my 67-year-old dad was jumping from country to country with no itinerary set at all. But again, he proved he could do something like this all by himself. In the following years, we firmly believe that the birth of each granddaughter really kept him going and gave him a new purpose in life and really helped fill the void that was left after our mom's passing. He had been without his soulmate for 18 years. Now they are finally back together and forever. Yes, we will continue to miss him. And we wish he was back here with us every single time one of us has a monumental moment. Dad, Grandpa, Uncle, friend, we may be saying goodbye to you today, but we'll never forget you. He may be gone from this earth, but as long as we continue to remember him and who he was, he will live on. He will live on in our memories. He will live on in the stories we retell. There are clearly traits, quirks, habits, both good and bad, that myself, my brother, all of his granddaughters have. And I kind of like that because that's how we're going to help remember. We're always going to see Grandpa in all of us. He will live on in these traits. And as we follow his example, he will live on in our future actions. Thank you, Dad. We love you. You're the best. You'll be missed.
At this time, we'll be forming a line